Hey guys, TTL here again with another jungle tier list, except this time I'm going straight to the bread and butter. The real reason that you guys click on almost every tier list. We're going to be going over the top 5 champions that are the easiest to carry and climb with in League of Legends. And this is for patch 11.4. First of all, I do want to say that I put many factors into consideration when I determine what champions that I want to add to this list, including gank potential, clear speed, how healthy the clear is, the difficulty of the champion. I want this to be a list that low elo or high elo can use. And of course, how well the champion is in the current meta. Obviously, if they're a 40% win rate champion, I'm not going to put them in the list. All of these champions do have positive win rates. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. First up is, of course, Udyr. You should have known that he was going to be on the list. This champion is one that everyone has been pick or banning over the last few weeks. There's literally no other junglers that compare to the state that Udyr is currently in. He's seen in almost every single game, and many players that even one-trick other champions are actually swapping to Udyr while he's still overpowered. This is, for example, Scrub Noob. He's been playing Udyr quite a bit lately. Normally, if you know who Scrub Noob is, he would just normally be playing Rengar. Patch 11.4 made farming the jungle a lot worse than just perma-ganking junglers like Nunu and Udyr. Nunu isn't on the list, but shout out to Nunu. Udyr was already strong, and with the changes, he's absolutely able to decimate. The whole core of Udyr is the fact that he dishes out damage so quickly. He's able to sprint the speed of light using Chem Tank, Force of Nature, and Ghost. And if that's not enough to convince you, throw some tenacity in there, and yeah, what are you supposed to do about that? Second up is Kha'zix. I love talking about Kha'zix. This champion is personally my favorite. Been a Kha'zix one trick this season so far, and I was a Kha'zix one trick back in season 7 when I actually reached my peak rank, which was low challenger. I actually ended that season masters while using just Kha'zix. I had like 600 games of Kha'zix. He's been extremely strong for most of season 10 and all of season 11 thus far. And patch 11.4 is absolutely no different. He's still extremely strong at invading the enemy jungler because of his isolation. And of course, with the jungle changes, farming junglers are a lot less popular and a lot worse than they were. But Kha'zix is so well rounded that this is a perfect patch to try him out in. I highly recommend it. His invades are still able to set the enemy jungler behind, which puts you almost an entire player above them because you're going to be 2 or 3 levels above the enemy jungler. And no one can compare to his early 1v1 potential. So anytime he invades, he either gets your buff or gets your buff and kills you if you try and fight him. Not only that, he's able to gank really easily using his ultimate and his jump. The main thing about Kha'zix is just making sure that you save your leap for when the enemy when the enemy laner like flashes or uses a dash or uses any getaways that they already have. The third jungle champion that's easily able to carry this season and this patch is Elise. Elise is another one of my personal favorite champions, just from her design, basically. She's the spider queen that we didn't know we needed. And this makes the opposing team cringe and run away in fear straight up from just arachnophobia. They don't even have to get hit by abilities. With the 11.4 changes, Elise gets a little bit of a boost actually, as her common clear is just a 3 camp into ganking instead of full clearing. So on the red side, for example, you would just get blue gromp, go top side, get your red, and then gank top. This almost always guarantees a kill or a flash. Because even level 3, she has so much burst potential with Electrocute that if the enemy laner doesn't dodge her cocoon, they're as good as dead. She can use this early pressure to repeat gank the lanes that flash and blow their getaways, and just snowball that into an unkillable assassin. And I highly recommend trying her out as well. Specifically, I would say if you're gold or above, just because she does depend on hitting the cocoon, and there's a lot of other options that are easier for iron, bronze, silver, and low gold. Fourth on the list is Hecarim. Hecarim is very well rounded and easy to use, and I hate that I've said this for almost every champion so far, if not all, but this is another champion that I personally play quite a bit and absolutely love. He's able to get to his lanes when the laners are in sticky situations very easily because he has his E, which is a movement speed buff. He has Ghost, usually in most cases, or Ignite. And he has his runes, which is, Celerity, Water Walking, Nimbus Cloak. Like, you have all of the speed that you could imagine. With patch 11.4, nothing really got buffed on Hecarim because he's definitely been a little bit nerfed because obviously he does like farming quite a bit. And that's what was so good about him beforehand, because his Q was so good at clearing his jungle. But he's definitely still one of the strongest junglers, as he's still able to thrive in the meta and easily carry games. So this champion is easily abusable, and I'll actually be making a video over the next few days going over Hecarim in depth. This is going to be the first of a long list of champions. And yeah, I've named other videos like how to play Kha'zix, guide, etc. And it's not really that much of a guide. I go over my build maybe and my rune pick. But this is going to be like an actual guide, and I'm going to break down how to play Hecarim successfully and how to successfully win your games more as Hecarim. So stay tuned, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because over 98% of people watching my videos are not subscribed. So make sure you do that right now. The last champion on my top 5 list is Fiddlesticks. So Fiddlesticks is a champion that I absolutely love to hate. So this champion is absolutely infuriating to play against and easily tilts me personally every single time I see him in solo queue. Fiddlesticks is mainly about his ultimate, so his kit is one of the strongest in the game to turn around games actually. So if you're ever playing Fiddlesticks and you have a dragon deficit or a gold deficit and you're behind 2,000 or 3,000 gold and you should never win a team fight or whatever, you actually still can win those team fights if you have a perfect ultimate or even just a good ultimate. This his ultimate paired with his fear and his drain just make him easily one of the best junglers in the game. I highly recommend trying him out, even if you're in low elo. He's pretty easy to play, pretty easy to learn. He gives you an AP champion on your team in case your mid laner picks Zed or Yasuo. We know those mid laners. And yeah, it allows even like beginner junglers to just carry their team just from his ultimate. And that's honestly going to conclude the video. That's the top 5 junglers in the current meta, in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, just make sure to hit the like button and comment down below what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks, guys, and I'll make sure to see you next time.